Hello. One moment while I switch over to this. Let's also turn down the volume on the music a little bit. I don't know, it just felt really loud to me. Alright, and now let's switch to... Ah, there it is. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. Good to be streaming. Hope everyone's doing good. So we are once again going to be streaming some Endless Infinity on our silly solo lore series. Hello again on your third account. Wait, no, not third account. This is the second account you were using. Okay, never mind. The name color changed and it confused me mildly. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I am mildly crazy. Don't worry. It changes colors randomly unless you set it to a specific one. You can do that somehow. I would tell you if I knew how. I just know you can. Good luck! Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room with rats. Rats drive me crazy. Rayquaza! Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Good to have you. We're going to be doing lore stream today. I like playing characters and traumatizing them. This character has had much trauma, like accidentally destroying his home world. Long story. Anyway. And he's lived through the apocalypse, and now he's living through, well, kind of Apocalypse 2.0, but, you know, he's having a good time with it, though. Whoa, thanks for the follow, Alex VR. Thank you. Getting a lot of people showing up to today's stream. That's awesome. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to get towards it. You need to up the lore for your VTuber. It's not the lore for the VTuber. I haven't done anything with the lore for this VTuber yet.
Emphasis on yet. He will not go untraumatized for long.
Anyway, Pickle. The Pickle army shall rise. The Pickle army shall rise. The Pickle army shall rise. Okay, can we not make that weird sound every time I do that, please? Thank you. Rats. Rats? Rats drive me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room. Already fixed the Windows thing, don't worry. Already took care of it. I noticed it and took care of it. It's problem is solved. It's something I deal with on occasion. All I really gotta do is click into Warudo and it fixes itself. It's easy. Alright. Oh my god, there's actually a lot of people in chat for once. That's pretty cool. Real quick, let me just switch over to just chatting so that the chat shows up on stream. Look at this! I actually have people in my chat! This is great! Also, real quick, let me just, dunk. Fixed. Actually, wait, no, it's gonna be a problem in a moment. But anyway, there we go. Let's go ahead, open up gameplay, and let's go ahead and get into things.
You are now blue!
Hello! I love how you guys know me as the silly wizard boy, and now I'm playing, hyper-intelligent super scientist who destroyed the world by accident. Anyway. Autism wizard boy. Autism wizard boy goes hard. Oh my god, Cody! Thanks for the follow! Gotta reload the wizard to become blue. Gotta reload the wizard in order to become
Blue.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm getting ready to go ahead and stream and get into character and stuff. Wow, just so many people I know showing up, chilling out. Aw, it's just nice talking to you guys. And Eclipsa is listed as a ban evader, despite the fact that they are very much not. Do not eat my hat! No! No eat wizard hat! No eat wizard hat! I can't jump into I can't do wizard voice off the cuff like that. Yeah. All you did was make a new account twice. Give me a minute to see if I can get it to right there. Stop monitoring. Problem solved. Alright. Since I know the circumstances, I went ahead and told Automod to stop monitoring you, so you should be fine. Sorry about that taking so long. I probably should have tried to fix that a lot sooner than I did. But hey, it's taken care of now, and we're all ready to have some fun. One moment, I'm just checking something out real quick. Oh my god. I have 6 viewers. What in the world? I think that is the most I have had on a non-event stream. You still think I should make an SMP? I would love to make an SMP. I might do that soon. Looking forward to it. But anyway, right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into character. Yeah. When I do it, I will open applications. If I do it, I will open like applications, or it might just be a viewer SMP where anyone can join. Who knows? We'll see. That sucks. But hey, we still got people. But anyway, I think it's time I go ahead and get into character. We're gonna have some fun. Welcome in. Hey, not everybody. Let's get into it. Okay. We've got a busy data. Okay, that is a lot of observers. Hi guys. How's it going? That is a lot of people. Yeah, I have a lot of slime. There's a bit of a slime infestation problem in Infinite World of Nothing. Well, not nothing. There's villages. How the villagers are getting what they have is beyond me.
Consume the slime!
I wish I could. That would honestly solve my food issues. Do not lobotomize the villagers. Don't do it. That would be mean. They're nice. They're friend-shaped. They are my friends. They're the only people that are even remotely sentient. Oh my god. Eat the slime. Again, I wish I could. But anyway, I built this since last time I had observers watching me. I think this looks pretty good, right? It's a little forge. It's just a little open air forge for the villagers to use, you know. It's nothing too crazy. Again, I am an engineer, not a builder, but, you know, I think it looks nice. Yeah, it does have walls. And this is the residential area. Yeah, just some simple housing, nothing crazy. I'm in the walls. Buddy, there aren't enough walls for you to hide from me. If you were in the walls, I would know where you were very quickly. I would shank you. Shank. With a stone sword, so it probably wouldn't work that well, and if you've got decent gear, I would probably die. But hey, I would try. Alright. There are a lot of farmers. I always forget how many farmers I have. But anyway, today we have... Now that we have all of the villagers properly homed, today what I really want to do before we start increasing our population, dropkick that child in self-defense specifically. I guess you guys have heard the Legend of the Blade too? Oh man, that guy... I'm starting to think that guy's legend is in literally every universe. Honestly, I hope it is. But anyway. Got work to do. Amazing Pigman. Technoblade never dies. Yeah. You know what? I've been meaning to make a shrine to him, but I don't think I want to yet, now that I'm thinking. Because I think I want to wait until I have access to, like, more materials so I can make it actually look halfway decent. Have I heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Isn't that from that sci-fi thing? What was it called? Like Space Fight or something? I don't know. Star Wars. Oh, okay. Darn it. Meep! Meep, meep. Meeping is respected here. Yeah. Okay, let me just deposit some things. And you know what? Since we have so many new people today, why don't I catch you guys up with a little bit of story time? We found this book a while back in that big temple over there. With the machine on it. Yeet's explosion. What is happening? You guys are kind of nuts. You know that, right? Oh, boy. Story time with Wizard. Yeah, well, here we go. Story time. Wait, who's Wizard? You know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so I don't know who made this, but I do know the place they're talking about. Here we go. I have chosen to call the world between worlds, the strange web of purple bridges, the between. In addition, I have discovered that anything that does not belong in the between will be attacked by the dimension itself and destroyed, completely and utterly. One moment. I call this phenomenon dimensional entropy. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. That aligns pretty well with what happened when I went through there. I actually went through the between. That's how I got to this world from the world I originally started in. But, it very much begs the question of, how did I survive? That's something I'm kind of trying to figure out. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll figure it out eventually, but, you know, continuing this. In addition, I have discovered that the average person entering the between suffers from a terrible headache while repeating a phrase again and again, without end. Endless infinities stretching on without purpose. Why? I don't freaking know. Which is terrifying. And it's honestly kind of terrifying. It seems that the between as a whole might be like cognito-hazardous. Best theory I can give, honestly. There's some kind of cognito-hazardous property to the place that I don't know about or understand yet, but I guess we'll figure it out. Note treatment I could manage was able to restore his mind. Perhaps it would have been better if he had simply been ripped apart by the dimensional entropy. Yeah, it's bad enough that getting vaporized would be preferable to whatever the hell happened to this poor guy. So, yeah. My only question is this. Why did I not meet the same fate? I will need to research this further. And that begs the question of why I didn't either. So, 2 different people seemed to be immune to the dimensional entropy. Well, 2 people that we know of so far. We don't know much about the between yet. And also, something kind of weird. For them, it was purple. For me, it was orange. And you say plot armor, that's why. Yeah, I feel like there's something weird going on with that place, just in general. Like, it's not normal. There's something going on with that we don't understand yet, and honestly, it has me kind of excited. I want to understand more about it. I want to know what's going on with it. I'm curious. But I probably shouldn't stay there too long, because pushing my luck seems like a bad idea. Plot armor. Oh man, if I had plot armor, oh jeez, I wish I had plot armor. I don't feel like I do. I die frequently. It hurts. I mean, sure, I come back, but geez, do you have any idea how painful it is to get rematerialized after dying? Jeez. Not to mention the pain of dying itself is pretty much not fun. Pushing your luck, where have we seen this before? Do you always come back? I mean, so far. I'm just kinda hoping that I don't stay dead. Is your name perchance William Afton? No. No, it's Kiefer. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, dying fun. I disagree. Like, seriously, especially when I die to those guys, where they literally disintegrate chunks of me until I die. I hate it. Seriously, it's the worst. Or, you know, probably the worst one I've ever experienced. Falling into the void! That was really not fun. Falling into the void is, don't fall into the void. Just don't. Just don't. It hurts. It hurts so bad. No thank you. I would just like that to never happen again, please. Anyway. So, there we go. We're gonna get some sleep. Make sure that monsters don't attack the village in the night. That's the mason. I've been debating whether or not to move the mason in with the smiths. I don't know if that's what I want to do or not, though. But you know, not the point. Have you ever wondered what a botched lobotomy looks like? Alex is the answer. Jeez. I'm gonna eat the lava. Yeah. Honestly, that sounds about right. Anyway. I am a bad person. Did you know that tax evasion is legal in negative 51 states? Sounds about right. What is happening? You're not a bad person. Honestly, let's just agree to disagree. Okay? I mean, it doesn't get more bad person than causing the apocalypse because you were trying to prove yourself to be smart and intelligent and strong and stuff. And then ditching the world you destroyed. Because it was more convenient. I ever started a war? I don't know. Oh boy. Yikes. Anyway, let's look for that farmer that likes to buy, carrots, so that I can get some emeralds. Right? That seems like a good idea. you are, buddy. Thank you. Why is vegetable spelled like that? Vegetable. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe the second part is because you put them on a table? And I just checked I can, in fact, buy emeralds, so my idea for building the library could work. I'm currently trying to decide what to do for, some of the other businesses I need for the village. Because, like, I want to make sure that all of the villagers have a nice place to work. Let's think. Oh, sorry about that. Because I don't want everybody to just be working in their houses, because that sucks. Especially since I set up such a nice place for the smiths and for the farmers. Although I wouldn't say that what I built for the farmers is particularly nice. It's essentially just a greenhouse, but, you know. I'm also going to need to expand the housing district. This seems like a nice place to build something, right? But let's think. What should we build? Oh, also, real quick, while I'm here. There we go. I also might clean up the roads at some point, but that just seems like a massive waste of shovel durability right now. Like, there's not really a good reason to do it. Build a pig pen. I honestly would build a pig pen, but the thing is that we don't have pigs. What I really need is a sheep pen. Villager trading hall. No. I know exactly what you're talking about, and back where I'm from, that's a war crime. Anyway, for Techno. Honestly, yeah, I would love to have a pig pen to honor Techno, but I just don't have a lot of pigs. The nearest ones are like way over there, and luring them back here past the slimes would be pretty risky. Maybe we do that at some point, but right now I don't think it's really viable. Hydration. Another poor golem. Have you ever met a tall, half-human Enderman thing? Very nice and handsome man. Do you want some spaghetti? Honestly, I would love some, but I don't think you can get it to me, sadly. Don't test my limits. Oh god. I feel like I may have just caused a mild problem. Okay, the poppies that are planted over there? Yeah, they are all from iron golems. It's a graveyard. When a golem dies, their flowers are planted here as a way to sort of honor them. And then the iron from them is used to make armor, equipment, and weapons in order to protect the village. To continue, so that they can continue to do in death what they did in life. You're gonna send me some spaghetti. Well... More power to you for trying. I would need emeralds for that. I don't have enough right now. Okay. Let's see. Let's build like a little masonry here, I'm thinking. Like just a place for masons to work with stone. You hit someone with a volleyball today. Oh no. Are they okay? I hope so. No. Great. That sucks. Go. Ah. Fell over and didn't get up for like 5 minutes. Oh god. Well, I hope he's all right now. Jeez. Okay. You know what? Screw it. This place is, from here on out, going to be both the forge and the masonry, just because I don't want to build a separate masonry. I know that's lazy, but honestly, I don't care. I don't want to mine any more cobblestone right now. I hate it. I hate it so much. God, I need better tools. It's getting late. I should head back before monsters start spawning and destroying the village again. The poor golems that pass away are also my only reasonable way of getting iron, so, you know. I guess that's some kind of a silver lining to it. What would happen if Kirby sucked up a slime? Kirby is like that video game character that sucks stuff up and then takes their powers. So, if Kirby sucked up a slime... Honestly, it's kind of an interesting hypothetical, because slimes have a few different abilities. One, when you kill a slime, it splits off into several smaller slimes, which makes it very hard to kill. But also, if you touch a slime, it starts to dissolve you, because their bodies are acidic. So maybe it would be like recoil damage. Could be kind of interesting. Or multiple Kirbys, who knows? Okay. So, we have the mason. No! Another golem just died in front of me. Damn it. That one didn't even drop. You used to have a baby slime as a pet. Honestly, at this point, I'm about ready to commit genocide against all of slime kind. I hate these things so much. I think the next thing we should do is make a woodworker's cottage. Nothing too crazy, just a small little hut where woodworkers can come to do their job. We don't even need to make it all that fancy, just a simple, humble little workshop, you know? Good problem. Ah! Ah! Crap, that hurt! Add a character, yeah, that sounds like fun. I'd honestly love to set that up, but I don't know about right now. But right now, I'm just gonna hop back into character. I don't wanna get too crazy. Alright. Making progress here. You know what? I don't think this needs a double door, really. Let's just do a single door. It's about the same amount of resources. It'll just look nicer with one door, I feel like. We're just making a simple, basic little house for our workers to work out of. Guys, we do not have enough wood for this. You know what time it is? It's deforestation time! There's a reason I have a massive forest that I've planted by hand here. But, you know. If I want resources like wood, I essentially have to terraform the world. Alright. Thank you for the lurk. Have a good time. Again, not gonna stay out of character too long. Because I'm trying to, you know, build a story and stuff. Alright, let's go commit deforestation. Not the worst crime I've committed, honestly. The worst crime I've committed was probably crimes against humanity and, unintended omnicide. Oh, by the way, you guys, I think you guys missed this. I got a birch tree. I was able to buy a, you know, a sapling off of a person. You've lobotomized entire cities and once actually destroyed my own castle and 4 others. Why? Oh God! Is everyone I talk to a war criminal or a serial killer? And stepped on half a small city. Okay. Oh dear. I feel like I should be mildly concerned with the company I keep. What I essentially like to do when I'm getting more wood is go until my axe breaks, so, you know. Let's go. Tortured your twin non-stop for about half a year. What the hell? There's so many terrible people around me. What in the world? I mean, I guess that makes sense. I'm also a terrible person, so, you know. Yeah. I mean, I'm an only child, but I've heard that people torture their siblings for fun, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by that one. Oh my God! You know you guys are crazy and sadistic, right? You know that, don't you? Oh my God. I'm surrounded by lunatics. No, we're average. Yeah, sure. Sure you are. Sure. God. Time to nuke a city. Please don't. Nuking cities is bad. Very, very bad. Some more saplings. Well, I don't hear them complaining. Mostly because they're all dead by the time you could hear them. So you're sure they're fine with it? I seriously doubt they are. I seriously doubt it. Well, it's either that or they have to deal with me living there. I would prefer to have you living in a village, in a city, than wiping it out. I'm not gonna lie. How do you feel about being lobotomized? No. Do not. No. I am not okay with that under any circumstances. I will put an axe through your skull. You guys are nuts, observers. Just so you know. Yeah, it just broke. I'm about to go get a new one. I have a sword, though. I'll definitely just put this through your skull instead. That's probably more effective, actually. I'm better with a sword than an axe, anyway. Unless it's the giant slimes of death, in which case an axe is my preferred option, just because of how much health they have. Alright, I need to go mine cobblestone again. Hey, big guy. Thank you for your service. The ones that show up and advertise dumb stuff? Yeah, those observers are absolutely the worst. Wait, are observers like a normal thing? Because, to my knowledge, I am the only I was the only person in my old world that had people like you guys talking in my ear, so it would be kind of surprising if they're like a common thing in other worlds. But I mean, given that I am now aware of the infinite multiverse, observers do make a little more sense in that context. You guys must just be like watching me from other worlds somehow. I am the wall, I watch all. Oh god. I am afraid. Make a new axe. Alright. And now we should have enough wood to go ahead and finish up that woodworking cottage now. Essentially, this isn't going to be anything fancy. No one's going to be living in here. It's just going to be a simple little workshop for people to come into and work on their fletching and wood carving skills, you know? And since it's in the middle of a forest, it should be pretty easy to go out and get more materials, right? Logically speaking. Super convenient. And you know what? Let's just do this for the top, just so that we're not wasting too much material. Okay. And now let's go get that fletching table. Should be in this house here. Wrong house. It's this one. My bad. Yank. I actually don't remember how to make these. I should probably figure that out. I also might, like, set up some targets outside eventually. Because, like, that feels like a nice thing to have set up since Fletchers primarily make arrows. Hey, Jimmy. Honestly, I don't know what the deal is with nitwits. Like, I mean, the villagers are essentially giving certain members of their population a mark of shame because they aren't good at any of the things that they're supposed to be good at, which is just kind of messed up, you know? Am I wrong? I feel like that's a little messed up. It's normal, sadly. Maybe in some worlds. Shouldn't be normal. Alright, and there you go. Now let's see what new stuff you have. You can buy string, and with my monster trap, I can get a ton of that. Nice! You can also sell me crossbows. Haha, fun! I can totally do some cool stuff with a crossbow, right? Like, I could make... You know what? Actually, no. No, I can't do that yet, sadly. I was thinking I could make a rocket launcher, but then I remembered I don't have paper for the fireworks. Oh well. Maybe someday. Alright, now... Ow! Why did I just do that? That was just stupid. Ah! Shit! Okay, let's never do that again. Oh, one moment. My tracking broke. Yeah, but... There we go. Fixed it. I'm not gonna do it again! Why are you guys so mean to me? Hurt like hell the first time. I'm not doing it again. Jeez. Hi. Bye. Hi. Bye. Hi. Bye. Look at all that gunpowder. Crap, it's late. I need to... Honestly, I should probably light up the area around the village at some point. Like, when I have the time and resources to devote to it. We're already killing them. Don't need to trample their graves, too. Jeez. What if I make an airship? Honestly, that would be really cool at some point, but I don't think I can yet. Thank you for your sacrifice. Hey, weaponsmith. Okay. Honestly, building an airship would be pretty cool, but I don't think I'm in a position to be able to do that yet. But maybe someday. That could be fun. Let's real quick just chop up this, because I don't want to leave a tree floating. There we go. Alright. Now let's go to that other village and do a little trading. I have some monster flesh I can trade in. Haha, get hit out, we losers. So glad I made this little channel. It would be better if it was made of ice, but I don't really have ice at the moment. It's not an easy material to get access to in a world like this. Although it's not easy to get normally, you would need specialized materials and such in order to... Oh. Hello, librarian. I really need to be able to automate my ability to get emeralds, but I don't have any of the things that are automatable for it, sadly. I would need bamboo, and I would also need a way to get to the nether, which I'm... Even here? Damn it. We're fighting a losing war, and the golems are our soldiers. They're just constantly dying. But they're protecting the villages, and I guess that's what matters, right? But don't think that doesn't mean I won't honor them. They fight their hardest to protect these places, and they die in the process. They deserve respect for that. That hurt. Ooh, more string. Good. That'll come in handy. I'm just looking at something. Things, you know. Sorry, I don't know why I was looking back at that. Toolsmith. Toolsmith. Oh wait, we have multiple toolsmiths now. You sell pickaxes, and you sell shovels. Okay, that's the only real difference between them. In terms of what they sell, at least. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I do not want to lose the trade that my librarian has, so I'm very much considering just turning this building into the library and moving this guy out to somewhere else. Hey, Sorry, man. Don't have anything for you right now. Have a great day. Alright. Next thing I really need to do, I need to build a sheep farm. And I can have a shepherd's cottage right next to it, because that would be the most logical thing to do. I completely forgot to trade my rotten flesh for emeralds while I was at that other village. I am so stupid sometimes. Okay. Okay. So, let's get to work on some housing. Actually, no, not yet, not yet. I want to go, like, maybe over there. Actually, wait a minute. No. That is not efficient. It makes more sense to do it, like, here, but, like, expand it in this direction. That's what I'm thinking. No, stop. Don't leave! Crap. Hello, welcome back. Real quick, before we do too much else, I'm going to make a... I already had a crafting table. I am a moron. But I'm gonna make a crafting table. I always end up with so many crafting tables because, you know... I keep forgetting that I already have them made, and then I just make another one. Perfect. Go. I'm currently working on making this pen a bit bigger. And I don't even have to really do anything or spend any resources. I just need to rearrange the fences that are already here. Pretty much. I mean, seriously, the villagers could have done so much more with the resources they had and just didn't. Which is a little bit disheartening, but you know, what are you gonna do? Well, actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna fix it. There we go. Look at this. This is so much nicer. And now we can breed some of these animals, and we can have more access to stuff. And I'm gonna kill this cow that escaped because I've already got plenty. Nice. Little bit of leather. Oh, you know, I can do one building for sheep and leather workers since I've got that right there. Not sheep and leather workers, shepherds and leather workers, since the sheep farm is also a cow farm. Isn't that a good idea? Although that one leather worker is going to work over by the lava farm because he kind of already decided he was. I told him to leave, but he said no. He wants to use this specific cauldron for his job. Which is weird as hell, but, I mean... I guess there's not really any harm in it as long as he's being careful and not, you know, setting himself on fire. So, I'm just letting him keep using it. There we go. Heard that sound, I thought a creeper landed right next to me or something. Jeez. I had this thing very poorly designed at first, and a creeper was actually able to see me and blow me up. So that was bad. Ended up blowing a hole in the farm. Dedication is key. Honestly, yeah, fair enough. I kind of respect the guy's work ethic, if nothing else. It seems like for villagers, their job isn't just a job, but it's like almost a mark of honor. If you do your job well, then you are considered like to be of a higher standing than a villager that doesn't do their job well. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of fascinating to see that it's like a meritocracy, basically. And it also is why those poor guys are kind of shamed. Oh, not again. Run through and grab. Let's go plant these poppies. Thank you for your sacrifice. It won't be in vain. Alright, let's keep going. Oh! He can make iron armor! Oh my god! Okay, here we go. Oh, thank god. We finally have a way to get iron armor without having to kill golems. And we can melt down the armor to get iron nuggets, which we can make into iron ingots, and then we can get all of the iron that we need. Oh my god! Okay. I'm gonna buy a helmet. And the more I buy from that villager, the more he can perfect his craft, and the more and better equipment he'll be able to make. I could even get diamond equipment from him. This could be it. This could be how I break through. One iron helmet, sir. Thank you. Ah, look at me! I actually look like a somewhat competent warrior. Awesome! Welcome back, Observer. It's good to see you. Oh man, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Got it. Okay. I'm thinking I build the building like right here across the road from it. in order to have a combination of easy access and not being in the way. I'm going to need some oak wood. Now let's fill in the floorboard. This is where shepherds and leather workers will work. You're gonna beat your brother on the PC. Please don't. I mean, unless you mean like in a video game, in which case, yeah, that's fine. But just like, ooh. That sounded bad. No, like brutal murder. Please don't. Please don't kill your brother. Please. Darn it. Just gonna go ahead and chop that down. This tree looks weird, or is it just me? It might just be like especially tall and with like fewer leaves than normal, but it's still weird looking. Anyway, oh, the saplings are over there. Explosion? Unfortunately, I don't have sand. If I did, I could very much make things explode if I wanted to. Alright, it's getting dark. I need to head back. Crap! I can't hit him, and he can hit me. I need to get out of there. Probably should have used this from the start. Phew. Yeah, safest way to deal with slimes is by using a bow. Like, by far. Of course, if you don't have a lot of arrows, that's not necessarily a great option. Good teamwork there, buddy. Alright, let's get some sleep. Jeez. And next morning... I don't have any arrows. Right. Well, I have one arrow, but that's like nothing. Alright, I'm gonna grab some saplings and we are going to go and do some trees. Not again. There's a lot of slimes. You know what? This is satisfying. This is very, very satisfying. This might seem a little evil, but you do not know how much pain and suffering these things have caused me. Another dead gold. Thank you for your sacrifice. Look, if I was getting eaten by a slime, I too would nuke the world in retaliation. Yeah. I didn't nuke the world, I just wiped out tons of slimes. Okay, this should be enough to go ahead and finish this. I'm getting you a lot more for the residential buildings, but, you know, I don't really care that much right now. I'm getting frustrated and really sick of trees. And there we go. This should work. Now I chop up this. Again, it's not the most beautiful house in the world, but it's good enough. Again, engineer, not an architect. What the hell? Let it grow, let the love inside you show. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing it's like a song or something. There we go. And look! I have enough wool to make a bed. That means I can move exactly one new villager into the village. Awesome. You know, once, I get a house for them and stuff. Okay. Alright, now, let's go ahead. The only stream you watch. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying my stream. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. I have so much slime. I will never need this much slime for anything unless I make like a mech. Wait, I could make a mech. I might do that eventually. But we would need a lot of other stuff too, like quartz and a ton of redstone, and we just do not have access to everything we would need for that. Make a slime statue. Screw the slimes. They do not get a statue. They do not. Just no. Screw those guys. Okay. No, just do it yourself, but made of slime. No. I guess I could do, like, slime for my green eye, but, yeah. I don't know. But honestly, I don't feel like I deserve a statue. I literally caused the apocalypse and then ditched. I caused the apocalypse and then went, you know what? You guys can deal with this. This is your problem now. Bye. I do not deserve a statue. Yeah, I forgot that I get leaves when I break. Oh, whoops. Leaves with a pair of shears instead of an axe. It's good to know. Could be a good way to get some blocks. Grab this sapling. Are you gonna go to the Nether / Hell? Eventually, yes, but I don't have the gear for it, and I don't have enough lava. My lava supply is very, very limited. I'm gonna need to go there eventually to get quartz, as well as materials to potentially make a portal key if I want to get out of this stupid world. Maybe the next world I go to will be normal. That's too much to hope for, isn't it? That's too much to hope for. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Wither skeletons are a nightmare. Jeez. And the wither effect just... wither sickness is just... no, thank you. I just feel like cleaning up this path real quick. I don't know why. But there we go, look at that. That's a lot nicer. Oh yeah, he was totally being racist. Anyway, there we go. Yeah. Well, I hope... I imagine this world probably has wither sickness, but, like, my old world had it. It sucked. But I'm gonna say it, wither sickness will never be as bad as skulk infection. Especially since skulk infection is darn near uncurable. There was no known cure for it until I discovered it. So, yeah. No, close. And even if you do discover the cure, good luck whipping it up before the skulk infection kills you. Just straight up, good luck with that. And even if you're able to get everything for the cure together, there's a good chance you can't make it, because it is incredibly difficult to make. And if you screw up one thing, good freaking luck getting enough resources to try again. It is a nightmare. Here we go. Meep, 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 meep. Well, that's a crappy world. Yeah, I will agree with you on that. Which world are you talking about? The one I'm in, or the last one I was in, where I had to deal with skulk infection? That was, awful. Because, but honestly, you're right either way. It doesn't really matter which one you're talking about, because you're correct either way. The one where I had to deal with skulk infection, yeah, that was a nightmare. But hey, I invented the cure for skulk infection. I met the warden. Oh, the warden was my neighbor. Or more accurately, there were wardens everywhere. The entire world was infected by skulk. It was hell. If you want to talk about that, you can DM it to me and I will check it out after stream, but not right now. Wardens are chill, trust. No. You're a warden. Okay then. Most of the wardens I've met have straight up just tried to murder me. Maybe it's because I'm bad at being quiet. That's probably part of it. Oh, man. Most of the time when I dealt with wardens, I just ran from my life to try not to die. Yeah. Okay. Use wool. Yeah, I did. Well, I can say with 100% certainty that world was just screwed over at that point. Yeah, and guess what? It was my fault. I literally caused it, and yes, I know that using wool will keep them from hearing me, but fun fact, if the entire world is infected by skulk, it is impossible for you to find spiders or sheep anywhere. So yeah, just float. Yeah, I wish I could have. That would have been very nice if I could. It is entirely my fault that world got so horribly infected by skulk. Correct me for sheep, it's... Huh? Okay. Just like dematerialize into another dimension. That's essentially what I ended up doing. I made a portal that took me here. I'm not sure I'm in much of a better situation. But hey, at least wardens aren't trying to kill me every 5 seconds. So that's an improvement, I feel like. Grab that. I've seen that language before. Isn't that like Enderian or Ender? Interesting. I don't speak it, unfortunately, but I've seen it in the end on End Cities before. Or the end of the last world I was in. I needed Purr to make my exit portal, so... Do I know the Moss language? No, I don't. I don't know what the Moss language is. I've never heard of it. Hello, Mr. Librarian. It's what Mosslings speak. I have never met a Mossling before. They live in lush caves. Interesting. I will say, I do not speak Enderian, so I have no idea what you're saying. I could probably make like a translator or something, but I don't really have the resources or time to do that right now. It's not anything bad. Sure, it's not. So you were in a world with infinite experimentation before you ended and got sent to a world with limited experimentation. I think you got punished. Yeah, I'll agree with that. They're very sweet, rarely attack. Given what you've said about wardens, I'm not sure. Yeah. And I'm well aware that getting stuck here is completely my fault. That world I was in before was beautiful. It was lush. It was a good place to live. And I ruined it. Because I decided that what I had wasn't enough. And that I wanted the power to be able to do anything I wanted. Oh, that's horrifying. That's just horrifying. I hope I never encounter a Mossling. I'm gonna be fully honest with you. Ah, that sounds awful. Yeah, sometimes it depends if you plan to do it or not. Oh! Okay, I don't know if there's any villagers around, so I'm a little afraid to be fighting this. Whew. Whoa! Ah! Crap! Ah! Ah! Shit, that hurt. Ah, crap. Just gotta keep going. Being jumped by slimes is crazy. Yeah, it's basically every day here. Hate this place. And yeah, I know entirely that all of this is my fault. Don't worry at all about that. I tried to make a specialized sculk catalyst where it could have a controlled growth of sculk to basically provide infinite energy for experimentation and all that good stuff. And, well, it certainly provided a lot of sculk. I wouldn't exactly say it was a controlled growth, though. Plant moss near your crops. Mosslings can appear to help your crops grow. That sounds kind of neat. I've never encountered mosslings, though. They might not exist in this world or my other one. And this is why you use anti-skulking blocks. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I did. And it corrupted it anyway. Yeah. I don't know what I did, but the catalyst I made became sentient. The artificial catalyst. Is there moss in my world? The one I was in before had it, before it all got wiped out by the skulk. Yeah. But honestly, the lesson I learned from that, don't mess with skulk. Just don't. It's a bad idea. It's a great way to cause the apocalypse. But I also learned the most efficient ways to evade wardens, so pretty proud of that. I think for that, there should only be one before it would Hoodwell find a way to corrupt it since you gave it sentience. I didn't mean to give it sentience! It just developed sentience randomly and I don't know how! I still feel like a moron, though. And I kind of am. It was entirely my fault. I don't deny that. Should have at least done something, right? But there was no one left to save, even. So what would have been the point? I don't know. Maybe I should have done something about it, but I didn't. Mosslings can fly when the wind blows strongly around them. Yeah, I've never encountered anything like that. The slime got priority of killing, lol. Yeah. Yeah, they're most likely just like riding the wind to get around. They're just kind of letting themselves be pushed around by it, which is kind of cool, but you know. Okay. I will go and I will get some... Think of a dust bunny, but moss. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Mosslings do actually sound pretty cool, but I've never been in a world that has them, so... You know. And I honestly don't know if I ever will be. Maybe someday, but I don't know. No guarantee I'll ever encounter one. If I ever do, maybe I could, like, learn a bit about them, study them, research them, that kind of stuff. I'm not, obviously not, like, hurt them, but, you know. Maybe when you get out of slime hell. Maybe. Although I'm honestly not entirely sure what's worse, slime hell or skulk hell. Guess we'll figure that out someday, right? I hate everything. There we go. Or moss hell, who knows? Okay. But anyway, I went ahead and fed some sheep and cows and stuff, and now we have some baby sheep and baby cows. I don't have a ton of wheat, so I don't want to waste it. Did the sheep breed through the cow? Yes. Don't worry about it. They were just having fun. But anyway, I now have the materials to make 4 beds. That's awesome. I need to build a bunch of houses now. It's time to start building some new residents. It's called social distancing. Oh, God. I'm not sure that's what that means. Oh, and by the way, when I was in Skullcal, I got infected by Skulk and had to develop the cure on my own. I honestly... That's probably one of my best feats, other than creating a sentient being. But honestly, I'm not sure I would call creating a sentient being a feat, considering it was an accident. And, you know, it tried to kill me. Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. Just, like, don't get infected. Jeez. I tried not to, but I did end up getting infected back then. But I managed to find a cure, and I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah. One of the few things I found, I also discovered that one of the few things that the Skulk just flat out could not infect, despite the enhancements it had, was quartz. I don't know why, but quartz seemed to be totally immune, which was lucky, and I was able to take advantage of that to, you know, create safe zones. Obsidian was another one that was really resistant, but it was harder to get a lot of. Damn it. Another dead golem. Shear some sheep. Alright, shall we get to work constructing more residents? We can construct more residential area over here, I feel like. Probably because quartz is like one element lost from being oxidized. Possibly. Possibly. I mean, I know that Skulk can't infect the air, so... yeah, that would actually make sense. That could be it. If so, that's actually kind of interesting. I'm gonna build some houses over here, I think. Now let's, real quick, take a look at the dimensions of these, because I don't want to, like, treat any villager unfairly compared to the others. Also, you guys want to check out the Sun Orb? Just real quick for fun. For those who are new, the Sun Orb is what I call that. The giant ball of glowstone on top of the ancient ruin over there. I actually just call the ruin itself the Sun Orb. I don't know who made that, but that's where I found that book that was talking about the Between. Got the boat. Keep going, keep going, keep going. We're alive! What the? I thought all the villagers here got wiped out. There's some here? Huh. Are some of the villagers from my village just wandering over here? I think that's probably what's happening. Like, they're wandering over here because this place is technically, like, still mostly inhabitable. Just, you know, kind of wiped out. But anyway, we're heading over here. Check this out. Isn't this place awesome looking? Like, jeez. I just stumbled on this. Like, there's a lot going on here. I'm not messing with anything here because, you know, it is, like, archaeological value. Plus, I don't know how stable this whole thing is. And, the sun orb itself, this thing, is, like, humming with energy. So I really don't want to know what happens if this whole tower comes down and this breaks. Yeah, this whole thing, this big old thing emits energy. How? I have no freaking idea. But it does. And I am terrified of that fact. Because it's a lot of power. And anything with that much energy in it is probably not something you want to break when you are near it. It would very likely just flat out kill me if this thing broke and blew up. So let's just, you know, prevent it from doing that. But also there's this thing, which seems to be some kind of, like, lens that I found, which tells me that they were focusing the energy of this thing downward for some reason. Like, they were focusing the energy, like, into that pool of water down there, and I don't know why. My guess is that this is, like, they were trying to make something down at the bottom, and they needed energy for it. Wait a minute. Make something. And this is where I found the book that talked about the Between, which you can only access if you can build an exit portal. And you can only make an exit portal that works if you have a portal key. And in order to make a portal key, you need a ton of energy. Holy crap, I think this thing was designed to make a portal key. I might be wrong, but that's absolutely my first thought. Well, one way or the other, I should probably head down. Actually, you know what? I may as well just splash down into the water. And by the way, if this water ever was irradiated, it's faded by now because this place is super old and it's clear it hasn't been used in a very, very long time. So the water should be safe, like, logically. But anyway, I need to get back. Yeah. I'm not letting this guy die here. Come on, buddy. Like it or not, I'm saving you. You are being rescued. Please do not resist. go, 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 go. Get into the channel, and we should be good to go. It looks like the slimes are clear of it right now. Although I don't know if that's going to be the case for long. We gotta hurry. Ah, shit. That's not ideal. Okay, the slime's jumping away from it. Don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Shit. Go! Shit! Go through, go, 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 go! Okay. I made it. I hope the villager is okay. I do not have time to turn around to check right now. Go! Crap, 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 crap! Coming in hot, big throw! Hi, everybody! Yes, I brought home another refugee. I think the villager ate the slime. Imagine. But anyway, now right quick, I need to go build a house for the new guy so that he doesn't run off. Last thing we need is that villager running off into the wasteland and dying, right? Although honestly, he'd probably go for a job block since, like, there's a bunch here, so... Since he doesn't have a job. With how villagers are. I don't think a villager can eat a slime, but, you know. At least not without getting dissolved. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Grab some more wood. Build, build, build. Okay. If you ever do meet Mosslings, don't take any of their clay or moss without asking. They'll make sure you never see your family again. Oh god. Well, honestly, I don't really remember my family. And they're gone they're gone now, I'm sure. It's my fault. And stairs. Grab my crafting table. Shit! Ow! That came out of nowhere. Ow. Ah, crap. I feel like everything's on fire. I just realized I did something dumb. One moment. Crap. Too late. One moment, I need to grab something. We are out of character for a moment. Don't want to mess with that right this second. Scroll, 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 scroll. Where is it? There it is. Oh no, stop pinning. Oh god. That's not what I'm trying to do. There we go. Boom. Fixed. Yeah, you're definitely right. It's not the worst thing that could happen with something infectious. Worst thing that could happen with an infectious block is, you know, getting infected by it. Again, I will say, Skulk Infection sucks. It's terrifying. And fun fact, every time you die while you are infected by Skulk, it spreads faster. So that's fun. Seriously, that shit was all the way up my leg by the time I was able to cure it. It was scary as hell. Because I honestly didn't know what would happen if it hit my vitals, and I don't think I want to know what would happen at that point. Honestly, this is the longest time I've gone talking with you guys where I haven't died. Pretty proud of that. So I have work to do, don't I? Alright, now let's go and free that one villager from the boat I trapped him in. So that he can, you know, enjoy his new home. You, sir, have been rescued. Enjoy. Fun fact about the villagers, they have zero self-preservation when it comes to slimes. They will just run right into the middle of a big group of them. Ah! Shit, that hurt! Death, you say? Yeah. Not that surprising. Skulk seems to feed on death. Yeah, the villagers aren't that bright, not gonna lie. I know that's kind of mean, but it's true. Ow. But then again, they generally don't have to be. The golems protect them. Potato! Potato! Anyway. I will hold the funeral tomorrow for that iron golem. Potatoes are the main thing I eat. Mostly because they're a more efficient food source than bread. You've ripped an iron golem's arm off. I'm not sure I believe that. Honestly, you're saying a lot of things that are starting to feel like tall tales. Like, I'm being fully honest with you. Seems possible. Downside is that you would be falling. Yeah. It hit your axolotl. Okay, then yeah, reasonable crash out. Axolotls are silly little boys that must be protected. Now that's not real. I will agree with you there. A golem wouldn't attack an axolotl. It would have no reason to. They're completely passive. They're completely passive towards most things. The only things that they attack autonomously are hostile creatures that could be a threat to the village, or anything that attacks them first. Or a villager. Essentially, anything that it detects as a threat to itself or to a villager. Yeah. Iron golems are very friendly until it detects you as a threat. At which point, run for your life! You are dead! Just build up. Yeah, I mean, you could, until they start tearing it down. Like, the golems, like, unless you're building out of, like, obsidian or something, the golem could just smash it. And I will agree with you, yeah, don't piss it off. Just don't piss off the golem. It's not a good idea. It's just flat out a bad idea. Just do that. Oh no, not again, please. Stop hopping. Okay, I'm good. I'm honestly just gonna say it. Don't piss off an iron golem. It's not gonna end well. Also, it's really not hard. Seriously, golems are very friendly. Just don't endanger villagers' lives unnecessarily, and it won't attack you. It's that simple. Hi, buddy. Hope you're liking your new life here. Oh, crap. That got untilled. Give me a minute. I will go get a hoe. Fix that. We don't want to lose any food production. So, you know. Ow. I wish villagers knew how to till the ground, but they just don't seem to. They don't seem to be able to for some reason. It's kind of strange. Anyway. Please stop falling in the lava. Thank you. Golems are honestly some of the friendliest creatures that I've ever encountered. Just don't, you know. Also, if you do piss it off, then just nuke it or drop it into a pit of death so it can't reach you. Oh, yeah. But something I've noticed here, golems like to work together. And I'm just gonna say it, if golems are working together to kill you, yeah, you're just dead. You're dead. Good luck. Or throw the wither at it, but it might fail somehow. Honestly, I feel like if you have enough golems, they could just kill a wither. Pretty easily, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong, the wither is dangerous. It's a literal demon. But It can be destroyed. I managed to trap it inside of a piece of bedrock and wail on it until it died. When I needed another star for my, potion of, purification, I think I called it. Potion of purification is the skulk infection cure, for those wondering. But I'm just gonna say it's very hard to make. 3 golems versus a wither while underground is basically the wither's death sentence. Yeah, it really is. Golems are not something you mess with lightly. They are very, very strong. All right. Yeah. If more than one golem is working together to kill you, you will die. You're just dead at that point. Good luck. But then again, same goes with any mob. I wouldn't say any mob. Like, sure, large groups of most mobs can be dangerous, but a large group of, say, silverfish isn't too bad if you've got a sword. If you're trying to fight a ton of silverfish with an axe, you're a dead man, but if you've got a sword, you should be fine as long as you're smart. But then again, a big enough group can still be a problem. I have a lot of iron. And that's not something I'm happy about in this case. Bees are like the second best option to kill Arthur. Yeah, bees are weirdly vicious, aren't they? Like, it's so strange. Yeah. You do something covered in moss, that's also a mossling. Sounds interesting. Yeah, mosslings sound pretty cool. I don't know if I'll ever encounter a mossling, but they sound interesting. I feel like we're making good progress, right? I mean, this place is actually coming together and starting to feel like a place people would call home. Okay, when is it gonna be night enough that I can sleep? I don't like the rain. It makes slimes worse. Fun fact, slimes spawn more frequently and at larger sizes in the rain than normally. A death flame. Sure, that's definitely a thing. Mossling barely sounds like a thing. I have no idea what a death flame would be. Because I just made it up, yeah. The human dies near a mossling. The mossling can take over its body. Ooh. That's kind of terrifying, actually. Oh boy. Look at this! A little cleaned up. Everything's looking a little neater and nicer. So, skull, kind of. Eh. Except the body can be just a skeleton. It can be with Skulk, too. Skulks can take over bone. Well, at least in my world it can. I don't know if that's different in other worlds. Or at least the world I came from, I guess. I don't know if I should call that my world anymore. I don't really know. Oh, it can't be just a skeleton. Okay. That makes sense. I need a new sword. You know what? I have enough iron. It probably does make sense to make an iron sword and axe now. Since I need new tools. Has to be flesh and can't be rotting. So essentially it needs to be something that can properly nurture the plant. That makes sense. Lure. This is a pretty nice little village. Yes. I'm not entirely certain I believe you about mosslings, but they do sound pretty cool, and I'm honestly kind of hoping they're real. Did you know that death is very deadly? Yes, it is. Although, not for me, I guess. Well, honestly, not for, like, most people. Because, like, most people just kind of come back for some reason. But, like, villagers don't, sadly enough. Look at this place. I feel like I'm doing a really good job at building up this village. Look at that. That was awesome. Did you know that if you know, then you who don't know, but if you don't know, then you do know? Sounds interesting. What? Well, it's pretty obvious. If you know, then you don't know, but if you don't know, then you do know. It's simple. You don't know logic. I know logic. I'm a scientist. It's kind of my thing. Having a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. You called gliding flying. I think my logic is better than yours. But I'm pretty sure I'm better than you. Alright, come here, everybody. Yay, some baby cows and a baby sheep. At least I ate healthy. Jeez. I still don't know what you're saying in Ender. I don't speak Ender. If anyone knows how to speak Ender, I would absolutely love a translation to these. How do you even know what I eat? How is that a simple argument? What is happening? What is happening? Okay, out of character for a second. I'm gonna tell you right now that if you're gonna talk like that, it's not necessarily the best idea. Simply because, if you talk only in a language that requires a ton of work to translate... Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. Okay. As long as you include a translation so that people can actually understand what you're saying and can interact with your character, then that's fine. But, like, you generally want to make sure that people know what you're talking about. Right. Enjoy your dinner. Anyway, we're going to get back in character now. Nice. I'm getting pretty good at killing slimes. Honestly, I don't feel like pizza is that unhealthy. Pizza does contain all of the major food groups, which is kind of weird. The only issue is that it's pretty greasy. But honestly, if you have a pizza that's like not nearly as greasy, like a more traditional pizza, it's quite a bit healthier. Anyway, thank you for your sacrifice. I like how you guys are now just arguing over who eats healthier. Like, that is just the weirdest argument in the world to me. You ate nothing. Sure you did. I bet he ate 5 chocolate cakes and called it a meal. Let's sleep real quick. And you know what? We've been going for a while. I think it might be a good time to go ahead and end. Just because, you know, we've been going a while. I'm getting tired. I'm sure you guys are too. But real quick, let's find somebody awesome to raid into. Let me just go and find somebody to raid. Let's look at the people that I enjoy raiding into, see who is live. Sketch is live. Misty is live. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid into Sketch, I'm thinking. As long as he's not, you know. Okay, is he just starting or is he ending? I can't tell. Okay, the stream isn't scheduled to end for another 4 hours, so we're probably fine. We're probably okay. I'm getting ready to raid out to somebody. Basically, I send my entire chat to somebody else to just, you know, basically spread the love and viewership, and it also helps me because the people in that chat are suggested to follow me, and it really helps me out. Yeah, Pickle. Just real quick while we're gonna be raiding out very shortly, but real quick, let me just put the raid message in for you guys. This is our raid message. We're gonna go ahead and I want you guys to copy and paste that into their chat. That, like the awesome people you are, or just, you know, make your own version of it. It's up to you, really. So let's go ahead and raid out. I will see you guys later. Thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.